Chimpa, thank you for those details. Appreciate you joining us. Moving on, B2B manufacturing and supply chain technology platforms, Groyyo has closed 2023 with an annualized revenue run rate of 1,600 crore rupees. The company has also achieved profitability on an EBITDA basis, a big accomplishment for the company given it is in its first full financial year of operations and one that has been challenging for businesses due to weakening macroeconomic conditions. To talk about the future roadmap at Groyyo, joining me now is its co-founder and CEO, Subin Mitra. Subin, welcome to Startup Street. Like I just mentioned, you've turned profitable. You've witnessed 7x growth over the past year. What has led to this growth? And if you could also talk about your offerings and your USP.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Shruti. Pleasure being here. The growth predominantly has been fueled by macro conditions, which has led to exports moving to India. We have consciously worked with SME manufacturers across the Indian subcontinent to help them grow their business and put them on the global map. In the course of this journey, we have seen them becoming more and more competitive and be able to displace exports that come from China. Our offerings for a manufacturer are helping them grow their business, go global, and helping them procuring raw materials at cheaper prices.
All right. Subin, you've also expanded operations to London and the US. In fact, you also recently announced a partnership with Dubai Royal Family's private office to transform the B2B manufacturing and sourcing landscape across the Middle East. So elaborate on your global plans and the kind of impact you hope to create in these markets.
Yeah, I think from a global point of view, we're already present across the US, London, and the Middle East, as you rightly said. Our global plans are to work with 10 million plus SME manufacturers that sit in this part of the subcontinent and help them access demand from all of these large markets. Our true mission is to take them global and put them on that global footprint and enable them to grow their business. This is just a starting point for us, with these being key markets that we've just expanded into. And as we grow, we will be doubling down in the US and the European Union as we see more and more demand from there coming to the Indian subcontinent.
Okay. Subin, you're also strengthening Groyyo's supply chain across Asia. You've acquired over 100 new buyers globally, and you're also expecting to double growth this financial year. So where do you see the next leg of growth coming from? And also, what will be the revenue mix going forward between domestic and international?
The next leg of growth for us will be going deeper and deeper into the supply chain across the continent. I would still say we are very small and we've touched just the tip of the iceberg. We're working with a few clusters across the north of India and the south of India. As we grow, we would want to go deeper in India and work with more and more SMEs, which are largely untapped across this part of the continent. And that is where a large part of the growth will come from. From a revenue mix point of view, helping these manufacturers go global will be our largest focus. So exports will be more than 50% of our revenue. And that will come from enabling these manufacturers to export more and more to large brands.
Okay. You're also in the tech-enabled B2B lifestyle space. Subin, what is the potential you see going forward, and what are the new demand and supply hubs you plan to enter to further strengthen your position in the market?
The potential where we sit is massive, and we see it every day. 9 out of 10 brands we speak to are looking for a supply chain out of China, are looking to diversify their sourcing from that part of the world. This presents a massive opportunity for not just us, but anyone in this industry in this part of the subcontinent. We will be looking to unlock ancillary supply hubs in Vietnam and Indonesia as well, and essentially become the largest globally aggregated supply chain outside of China, and be able to offer a single-stop supply chain solution for any buyer across any part of the world that wants to procure lifestyle goods from this part of the continent.
Okay, Subin, I would like our audience to understand the kind of work you do and the kind of efficiency Groyyo brings in. So if you could share some use cases as to, how your clients benefit by having Groyyo on board.
Yeah, absolutely. I think being able to create that impact on the ground for our factories is really what keeps us going. So for any manufacturer that works with us, on an average, they see their revenue go up by 25 to 30% within just 6 months of them coming on the platform.
Okay.
We monitor and closely watch our factory P&Ls more than we do our own P&L. And we truly believe as long as the factories make money, we will make money. And to that extent, their net take-home improves by 8 to 10% as well. And that's really what keeps us going. We've worked with 350 factories in the course of the last 18 to 20 months. And on an average, that's led to about 10,000 more jobs being created, as those factories have had to hire more workers, more artisans to cater to the incremental revenue we've got in.
Okay, you spoke about the kind of efficiency you bring in and the kind of increase in money that you help your clients get. Tell me, what is the revenue model that you've devised for yourself? How are you making money?
Yeah. So the revenue model for us has always been very lean. We take a small share of the incremental revenue that we bring to our manufacturers. Of course, the main element here is to ensure that they do end up taking more profits. But a small cut of that is what comes to us. Core element for us here has been being very, very frugal and being very lean. And that's what's enabled us to get to profitability the fastest in the B2B ecosystem by just having a very lean and clean P&L.
Okay, one final question before I let you go. You've raised $45 million in capital so far from marquee investors, including Alpha Wave Incubation and Tiger Global. Any plans, Subin, of raising more funds to fuel your aggressive growth plans?
Not in the immediate future. I think we've raised a good amount of capital to grow our business and we've gone to profitability very early. If at all we do look at a fundraise, it will be to bring in an investor who is very strategic and can really help us achieve our vision of becoming the largest global supply chain. But not in the immediate future.
Okay, so not in the immediate future. Subin, I'll have to wrap up this conversation, but many thanks for joining us today on Startup Street and wish you the very best for all your growth plans.
Thank you so much for having me, Shruti.
With that, it's time for us to take a short break, but coming up, Kazam, a device-agnostic electric